Not long ago, we gave a final year university student a simple task: analyze a short text and identify the author's hidden assumptions. Instead of thinking, they just fed it to an AI. What they got back was a flawless summary of the text's content, but it completely missed the actual task. And the scariest part? They couldn't tell the difference. This isn't just a story about one student cutting corners, it's a snapshot of a generation at risk of learning how to get answers without ever learning how to think. It was the moment I realized we're facing a silent crisis. We've handed students the most powerful tool ever created with no instruction manual. And in doing so, we're creating graduates who look great on paper but are dangerously unprepared for the real world. This is the education crisis no one saw coming. Welcome back to Mentor's Mindset. That student's mistake wasn't a one-off. It's a symptom of a much bigger problem. When you can get a perfect essay or a correct answer in seconds, the temptation to skip the hard work of learning is overwhelming. And this has sparked a massive debate among experts. As student reliance on AI goes up, are their critical thinking skills going down? The numbers on AI usage are staggering. Recent surveys show that the vast majority of students, as many as 87%, now regularly use AI for their schoolwork. But here's the twist: many students are worried too. A recent Canadian survey found that nearly half of student AI users feel their critical thinking skills have actually gotten worse since they started using it. They know something's off, even if they can't stop. Researchers call this cognitive offloading, outsourcing your mental effort to a tool. We all do it with calculators, but what happens when we offload the very act of reasoning, of building an argument, of wrestling with a tough idea? We create a generation of what I call autopilot pilots. Think about it. Imagine a pilot in training who only ever uses the autopilot. They tell the plane where to go and it gets there every single time. Their flight logs are perfect, but what happens if the autopilot fails? If they hit unexpected turbulence, could they actually fly the plane? Of course not. They only learned how to push the button. This is the situation we're creating. We're graduating students who know how to operate the AI autopilot to get the right answer, but they haven't built the mental muscle to fly the plane themselves. They're executing the task, but the struggle, the frustration, and the deep learning that comes from it just isn't happening. They produce the work, but they don't do the learning. This isn't some theoretical problem stuck in a classroom. The turbulence is already here. Employers are sounding the alarm. They're seeing a new kind of skills gap, a canyon between the polished AI-assisted work graduates can produce and their actual ability to think on their feet. In fact, employers are getting wise to this. One survey found that 74% of hiring managers say they can spot when AI has been used in a job application. And more than half said they're significantly less likely to hire a candidate who relies on it. They're not looking for human-powered chatbots. They're looking for problem solvers, innovators, and leaders. The skills that are eroding are the very things that make us valuable in an AI-driven world: creativity, independent analysis, and the resilience to struggle with a problem that doesn't have an instant answer. When we let students bypass this productive struggle, we rob them of the chance to build real intellectual confidence. We're training them to be passive consumers of solutions instead of active creators. As one professor put it, when we ask AI to write an essay, we aren't just outsourcing labor, we are outsourcing our thinking. And the stakes are even higher than the job market. This crisis hits at the very foundation of our society. A population that can't think critically is a population that's vulnerable to manipulation. If you can't dissect an argument or spot a hidden bias, someone else will do your thinking for you. In an age of mass disinformation, the ability to think for yourself isn't just an academic skill, it's a requirement for a functioning democracy. The crisis isn't just cognitive, it's social. Some educators and researchers are raising concerns that when a machine becomes the primary mediator of learning, the human bonds that foster mentorship and collaboration can start to fray. We risk raising a generation that's brilliant at interfacing with a machine, but struggles to connect with the person sitting right next to them. But this isn't a eulogy for education. It's not a call to ban AI or smash the machines. That's like trying to outlaw calculators or the internet. The tool isn't the enemy. Our approach to it is. This is a call for a total rethink. We have to fundamentally shift the goal of education. For centuries, the main goal was to accumulate knowledge, to know stuff. But in a world where an AI knows practically everything, that goal is obsolete. The new goal of education has to be to become something, to become a critical thinker, a creative problem solver, an ethical citizen. The focus has to move from the what of knowledge to the how of thinking. This means we don't need AI-proof assignments. We need to make them more human-centric. We have to design tasks that a machine just can't do because they require a unique, personal, and human perspective. We need to stop rewarding students for just the final product and start assessing the process, the messy, beautiful, human process of learning itself. Let me know in the comments what you're seeing. Are you a student, a teacher, an employer? What's your experience with this silent crisis? So how do we actually do this? It's going to take a team effort. You have to take the controls. Stop using AI as a crutch and start using it as a sparring partner. Don't ask it for the answer. Ask it to challenge your answer. Ask it to play devil's advocate. Use it to find the flaws in your own thinking. The skills that will make you irreplaceable aren't the ones that can be automated. They are deeply human skills like critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence. Master those, and you'll be the one directing the AI, not the other way around. We need a revolution in how we teach and assess. The era of the take-home essay as the main proof of learning is on life support. We must pivot to methods that are naturally AI-resistant because they're rooted in human interaction. This means more in-class debates, more oral presentations, and more projects where students document their journey of discovery, mistakes, and all. It means asking students to connect what they learn to their own lives and communities, a task AI struggles to do with any real authenticity. And it means using AI as a tool to free up our time so we can focus more on mentorship and less on grading. We must demand a curriculum that teaches AI literacy from a young age. This isn't just about coding. It's about teaching the ethics of AI, its built-in biases, and its limitations. We need to treat it like any other powerful tool. We have driver's ed before we hand a teenager the keys to a car. We absolutely need AI ed before we hand students a device that gives them access to all the world's information without any of its wisdom. This isn't about buying more tech. It's about investing in the human side of education. Smaller classes, better supported teachers, and a focus on cultivating the whole student, not just their test scores. This is one of the most urgent conversations of our time, and it's mostly happening in whispers. If you believe we need to stop sleepwalking into this crisis and start building a better future for education, share this video. It's a conversation we all need to have with our teachers, our kids, and our leaders. We're at a crossroads, staring down two very different futures. One path leads to a world of de-skilled autopilot pilots, dependent on technology they don't understand, and unprepared for the real challenges of work and life. The other path, the one we have to fight for, is a future where we use AI not as a replacement for thinking, but as a catalyst for it. A future where we cultivate a generation of innovators and leaders who can wield these incredible tools with skill and wisdom. The future of education isn't about what AI can do for us, it's about what it challenges us to become. The crisis is here, but it isn't silent anymore. The choice is ours. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.